Hey everyone, I'm your girl Athena Renee here back with another episode of Discovering Your Destiny Oracle Readings. Listen, if this is your first time here, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. This channel is dedicated to helping the black sheeps, the underdogs, the misfits, um, giving them insight on how to level up in their life, in their careers, relationships, everything. Okay. What's different about this channel is, let me turn my phone down, guys. What's different about this phone is this phone. What's different about this particular channel is we talk a lot about tactics and strategies and things like that. But we also give the oracle readings, okay? And it's actually a new segment from the channel. I've actually been MIA for a while because of technical issues, but I think I got a new setup. I'm going to get some better lighting and everything. I hope you guys see my tree. If you don't know anything else about me, guys, I am a complete Christmas lunatic. I love decorating all kinds of different things, guys. I used to do snacks, crafts, everything. This year, I actually toned it down a little bit. And then I checked out, if you don't guys don't know, the new store called Pop Shelf. It's like a big deal in certain areas, and it's just like a almost like a Five Below, but they have a little bit more things in there. I enjoyed it. It was actually pretty cool. This channel is not sponsored by them, but if you have one in your area, check them out. It was a pretty cool little store. So today, okay, and again, you might get this around the time for um, New Year's Eve, okay? But this is the messages that God has dropped on me. We're going to be using some cards as well, just to kind of make it fun. But there's two things that God has really dropped in my spirit within the last couple weeks. Okay. And I wanted to make a message for you guys on Christmas, but the holidays got so super busy. I just completely was not able to do anything that I wanted to do. So I said I wanted to make sure I get on here because it's been a great year for 2024, honestly. There's been a lot of ups and downs and crazy changes. I can honestly say that. It did not come without challenges, as you always know. But it was still a great turnout. Okay. And I've always been the advocate of when God gives you downloads, write them down. And when I say downloads, it could just be an idea of something that you need to do. It don't have to be that you're about to give cards or read cards or even a message. Okay, but everybody is a messenger. Okay, so don't get it twisted because some of you work at a job and and you give messages to people that change their life, right? So don't never discount your work that you do. You were all light workers, okay? I'm just saying if you're connected to this channel because there's light workers and there are dark workers, right? Dark light workers. People that want to bring you down, they're working for the dark. When people want to bring you up, want you to feel better, even if you don't try it, even if it's temporary, when people at least try to lift you, they are light workers, okay? Never forget that. And don't and when God give you messages and different things and revelations, write them down because that could be for you at a later time or for someone else, okay? So today the message that the two things that God want me to talk about, first, the first one is maximizing the moments. Maximizing the moments. I'm really huge on that one right there. That maximizing the moments is all about applying pressure every single opportunity that you have, whether it be a big opportunity or a small one. Maximizing the opportunities. That's number one. Okay, maximizing the moments. Not only that, not only about, well, we're calling them all opportunities, but when I say opportunities, I don't want you to feel like it has to be some seminar, some outing, right? Guys, it could simply be 30 minutes before all of your kids come home from school. Okay? That's what maximizing the moment could be for you. Okay? So you have to take it as it resonates when I'm talking about maximizing the moments. Another thing that God has really been working with me, guys, and guys, forgive me because I'm going to do that because I'm not this camera person, but I'm going to be for you guys and for the work of the Lord. But the other piece was with maximizing the moments was, if we all get 24 hours, how are you spending your time? How are you spending your time? Right? If we get 24 hours, okay, you said you want to work out, how are you spending your time? You have to get to that point, guys. You have to be a savage about your time. It's always a joke with some of my friends and family because they say, man, Athena, she's going to be early. She going to want to leave early. Like, don't mess around with her if you're not going to be on time. Guys, when you realize that time is the only thing that you cannot retract back. Now, God can restore time for you, but that is to his discretion. So we can't play the game of life like we know God gonna give us another life. We can't play the game of life like we know we're gonna get another chance or another time. If he give it to us, it's from his grace, and we're grateful for it. But we have to play the game like, yo, this 24 hours, this is all I got. Right? So we have to start being more intentional. That was the thing, guys, but this is what it comes down to. It comes down to understanding what your main goals are. And it doesn't, guys, it could be, let's just stick to the top 3. Health, wealth, and relationships. Right? If you take those 3 things and ask yourself, what am I doing right now, or on a whole level, on a holistic level, like even on a weekly basis, a daily basis, what am I doing when it comes to those 3 things? How am I spending my day? Right? If you have 24 hours a day, let's just say, for instance, if you take away 8 hours for sleeping, half you guys don't even sleep for 8 hours. But we got 24 hours. We take 4 away. That's sleeping. That's 20. Right? We take 4 more away. That's 16 hours remaining. Some of you guys don't even sleep for 8 hours. So let's just go ahead and do average sleeping time, which is about 6 hours a night. Okay? So instead of 16, you now have 18 hours remaining. Okay? Got 18 hours remaining. Let's say, for instance, if you got a job, right? Or even if you have your own business, you work 8 hours a day. Okay? Now, if you're an entrepreneur, you might work a little bit longer. Okay? But let's just do 8 hours a day. So you now still have 10 hours remaining. What are you doing with that 10 hours? Right? Are you spending time with your kids? Are you helping them out? Right? Are you spending time with other loved ones? Are you going to the gym? Are you studying? Are you going to school? Are you organizing? Guys, that's a whole extra window of 10 hours. So even if you said, well, my drive time from home is an hour, and then I get set in for a whole 4 hours. So that's 2 hours. 1 hour in traffic, 1 hour to finally get set and change your mindset shift from home to work and vice versa. You got 8 hours. What are you doing with that time? And that was one of the main pieces that God was really speaking to me about. And it really came up. Well, it came up multiple times. The first piece was I was studying and thinking and meditating on routines. And it was around fitness, but it was more so around just being consistent, right? Because I'm a naturally active person. I'm not heavily active, but I'm not just that person that's going to be sedentary, and not move at all. And so I started thinking back on days when I consistently worked out 6 days a week. I started off at 7, but I said, you know what, one day, Sunday was my day off, and it was my cheat day. But long story short, guys, I started off simply working out 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes. I realized my best time to work out was as soon as I got in from work. 10 minutes and it was done. Guys, that was literally, it was back in 2003. And that was literally a time when songs, for the most part, was about 5 minutes. Y'all know now songs be like 2 to 5, 2 to 3 and 4 minutes. It kind of sucks because some music actually be good and it's going off right away. But back in the day, guys, I was listening to some old T.I. and his songs were like 5 minutes. So, like I said, guys, I would put on 2 songs. That was my whole purpose for saying that. I would put on 2 songs and I will be doing exercising. And guys, within I guys, and combined with the low carb diet, guys, within what? Within I would say, guys, 2 to 3 months, because I had lost about 50 pounds. But think about that. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So that's why God had been speaking to me about being intentional about what you're doing, how you're spending your time. I'm talking about, guys, God was talking to me about you got to stalk it. You got to be obsessed with it. You got to be like James Bond about it. You got to be like, you got to be a top coordinating strategist about your time. Okay? And here's the thing, guys. You got to be a savage about it. What do I mean by that? What kind of savage do you need to be? Guys, you need to be the type of savage where if it ain't helping you grow, you got to go. And it don't matter who the people are. See, the thing about black sheeps are we want everybody to be happy. Sometimes we start people pleasing and we want everybody to like us. But guys, everybody ain't gonna never like the black sheep because some people don't want you to win. It's just something about you. It's your spirit. It's your inner light. It's in you, not on you. And some people just not gonna like you. And that's cool. But with that being said, we got work to do. So we not gonna sit around and cry about people not liking us, right? We gonna move on. But the thing about it is, they're not the people that hold us back. The people that hold you back are the people that do little slick things, that do things they think you don't notice it, right? It's little sly. It's like little undermining things, right? Like, for an example, if you share an idea, or if you come in their presence and they treat you like you don't matter, right? You drove 45 minutes to get to their house and you get over there and everything good, and then somebody else pull up and they don't even hardly talk to you, right? Things like that. People that make you feel like they're tolerating you and not celebrating you. Guys, you have the intuition. Whether you are a believer or not, God gives everyone an intuition. What is an intuition? Your gut feeling. When you feel like, man, something ain't right over here, man, I gotta go. You know, these folks ain't, let me fix this curl, guys, because it's been driving me crazy. But you know, guys, how it is when you go somewhere and you don't feel welcome. You don't feel like this is it. You don't feel a connection. Guys, when you get in scenarios like that, get out of there. Don't even waste time trying to figure out what you did wrong. Do I got the wrong outfit on? Because, guys, alpha males and alpha women, alpha males and alpha females, these are the type of people that can wear whatever in any environment and be comfortable with who they are. And they know it's going to be people that's going to talk about them or whatever. But guess what? Because they know who they are, they don't give a crap. So what am I saying to you? You have to get to the point where when you pick up that feeling like people don't want you around, go on, get up out of there, savage style. Now, if you want to make up an excuse about why you got to leave, do that. But don't never let somebody tell you twice that they don't want you around. I heard that from Chloe Bailey. That was really, really good. And people show you on a regular basis how they feel about you. Listen to me, guys. I was going to visit a young lady that stayed in the ghetto area. Now, keep in mind, guys, I'm from the bottom of the basement. If you don't know anything else about my story, You'll hear me talk about it all the time. So when we start talking about ghetto stuff, I have every badge, certificate, card that you need to be able to talk about in any way, shape, or form about the ghetto. So let me give you that disclaimer, because we are living in a time now where people are softer than a cotton ball, right? But as a black sheep, we don't even have that privilege, because people have always let us have it no matter how we feel. And this channel is going to be the same, because I'm not going to give you the injustice of not keeping it all the way 100 with you, okay? But guys, think about it. As a black sheep, people don't care. You could be giving your best at a job, and because it's you, when they had to do the cuts, you was the first person on the list. You that type of person that can be super nice and careful to everybody, but as soon as somebody is signing up, as soon as they got the list of betray around going around, you're going to be the first to third person on that list to get betrayed. And guess what, guys? People walk in and out of your life, definitely walking out of your life like it wasn't even a second guess. They didn't even give you a chance to explain. You ever been cool with some folks and all of a sudden they hated your guts and you don't even know why? They didn't even give you they didn't even give you the privilege of getting into an argument to explain. They just cut you off. They literally started beef with you. You seen them 5 to 7 years later, and they beefing with you like you owe them something. You know why, guys? Because you are the black sheep. And a lot of times, because of your heart, God has to take you through this hard place. I'm so sorry. I'm going to be the first person to tell you I'm sorry. Because a lot of times, black sheep don't get apologies. We got to suck it up. But I'm here to tell you guys, I'm sorry. But the things you go through is going to make you who you are. That's why we have so much swag, so much finesse. Not in a bad light, trying to use and manipulate people. But it's because we have been refined through the crazy stuff we have been through. Okay? So I want you to understand that when you start feeling like, dang, man, something ain't right. These folks ain't treating me right, man. I came to this event. I drove 30 minutes out the way. Why they looking at me like that for? My shoes clean? Guess what, guys? It's time to go. Why? Because if people do not appreciate your presence, you bless them with your absence. In 2025, from here on out, guys, we're not giving no explanations. They know what they did. See, guys, people know what they did to you. These folks know the shade they thrown at the event. That's why I don't even be bothered. Let me tell you something too, guys. One thing that I learned. Give me 1 second. Okay. As a black sheep, guys, one thing I've learned too, when people treat you cold-blooded, when people treat you like, I'm talking about super savage. You know, like they say super soaker. When people treat you like super savage, guys, you respond the exact same way, but with silence. You respond the exact same way, but you give them that savage, silent treatment. You let them know you didn't do nothing, bitch. I have no response for you. You know what you did and you tried to do it. And guess what, guys? Unfortunately, as a black sheep, people try to do stuff to you because they want a reaction. They want a reaction. Guess what, guys? I teach it every time. Don't give these cheap shoes wearing MFs no reaction. I'm sorry, guys. You know, we kicking it now, right? We doing our cars. Guys, don't give them no reaction. When people want to treat you all and try to say little stuff, listen, guys, you know what? Let that be the confirmation that you're around the wrong people. I had somebody try to throw some little shade my way, guys. Recently, somebody I had been knowing for a long time, I had cut them off because I was just like, you know what? God just started showing me things. And here's the thing, guys. God has begun a revealing. People was talking about 2024 was the year of karma and then things coming back around. guys, it's just really about a revealing. It's just like the political stuff. You know, they threw on both sides, no matter who you voted for. But middle class America spoke, because we're not just going off of what looks good and what talks about what it's doing. We are now looking at what is actually going on. And guys, that is because we are in the time of a revealing. A revealing. And listen, when the covers start coming back, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. Do not be surprised when it's the people that you put on a pedestal. Do not be surprised when it's the people that you love the most. Do not be surprised if it was your family members. Do not be surprised if it was people you've been knowing for 3 decades. When God show you what is really going on with folks and how they truly feel about you, when people show you who they really are, believe them. Don't keep giving these folks 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 times and chances to continue to show you that they don't really mess with you like that. So like I said, guys, when people call themselves being cold-blooded and all that, guys, the way you do it is, guys, make them folks freeze you with that bull crap. What do that mean? Guys, you don't give them nothing. You free, you ice, you put the feelings on dry ice. What that mean? You leave them nothing but smoke. That's it. You don't leave them nothing but smoke. And when a smoke clear, you still standing, but you ain't gonna be standing in their presence. Guys, you get up out of there. And that's what it's about. That's one of the pieces that God was talking to me about, was evaluating, maximizing the moments while you're evaluating the relationships and stuff like that, guys, because we can no longer waste time around people that don't appreciate us. And it doesn't matter if they are related to us or not. Okay, so I wanted to get you guys some cards that I thought were very interesting. We're going to just do a little light card, and then we're going to have a little bit of, just give you some messages off of them, because that maximizing the moment was really one of the first main things that God gave me. And I mean, I'm like, whoa. And this was the card that came out, guys. Look, environment. That's confirmation. This is why, guys, I really enjoy doing the oracle readings and stuff like that, guys. I have all type of card decks for you. But this was one of the reasons I really enjoyed it, because a lot of these words were just coming out at the right time. Okay, because this is not like I'm doing tarot. This is numerology, and this is really just intuitive messages. And when I'm talking about maximizing the moments, that means you're maximizing the moments around people, places, and things. But one of the ones that is mostly very impactful to your life, especially in terms of success, your environment. Why, guys? Because you are a seed, and you can only grow so much as to the environment that you are planted in. You special, so you gonna grow no matter what. But if you around crappy environments, you are going to stunt your growth. This is why it's time to maximize people, places, and things in your life. And if people are not doing the things that you need to grow, you need to go. Okay, so that's the first piece I want to talk to you guys about on that one. The second card that came out was spiritual career. Okay, so some of you guys know that you have a calling for that. This is something that you definitely need to go ahead and answer the call, guys. How do you know it's something that you're supposed to do? You know that it's something that you're supposed to do when you can't forget about it. It just keeps coming up. See, if it was just you working in your natural self, you would give up, because it's going to be hard. Anytime you want to climb up, it's going to be hard. But if you can't forget about it, like how I just continue to do self-development, whether people watch my videos or not, I'm just having a ball doing it. That's how you know you called to do it. And in due time, the people that you're called to serve will come. This is why we're talking about intention. Whoopsie. This is why we're talking about intention, evaluating relationships, and going where we can grow, right? We only want to give our energy to people that deserve it, because you're the bomb. You've been through so much and you still here. You looking good, smelling good, fresh as usual. Guess what? We not going to be around no fake and phony folks that want to put on for the gram and ain't doing nothing else. We good on that. Let them go around folks that they need to be around. Let them have a peace, right? If they don't appreciate our presence, darn it, cards fail. If they don't appreciate our presence, we gonna bless them with what? Our absence. Hold on, guys. Let me grab those cards. All right, guys. So I picked up the cards. It was 4 cards that fell. So I'm gonna pretty much give you the messages from those 4 cards. Okay. Listen. And again, even when cards fall, it is just, you know how people like to say there's no coincidences, and I believe there's no coincidences. And the same goes for when I'm doing a card. That's why I love oracle readings, because it's like, this card was really supposed to come out, really. So let me show you the cards that came out. Okay. And this was I'm reading the last card first, just to let you know, okay? And this, it was just so crazy. And I said, I'm just gonna read these. At first it was 3, and I found another one. This was the last card. Beginning. Now you getting that on December 31st, when we have to have a beginning of a new year. Guys, you can't tell me that God don't speak through these cards. God will use anything to get you your message, okay? Don't worry about the messenger. He's still working on me, but just make sure you get your message. If it's for you, it's for you. If not, leave it for somebody else, okay? Beginning. It's a good time to start a new career, a new job, or if you have creative ideas, build a nest egg for the future. Guys, it's always a beautiful time to start something. It's no time like the present. But to be honest with you guys, when you have a certain energy and a momentum in the air about starting something new, it is even a better time. It's almost like a portal. It's like a collective momentum that's going on when at certain times. Like when they talk about those different portals, I haven't did research on those portals. I don't really get into the too much with these portals and all of that, but I do understand momentum and energy. And when people touch and agree, and when it's like a whole thing that a lot of people are doing, a lot of times it is a more mystique and an energy and a momentum as a collective group that really favors starting something new. The same thing that goes for, like, a lot of times online, if you look at readings, and you will start to see patterns. A lot of the readers will say some of the same things. Don't get me wrong, guys. A lot of readers copy off each other, but the messages that of the ones that don't, they're similar. Why? Because there's a synergy, there's a momentum, and it's kind of good. At that time, it will be a good time to jump in. Guys, I'm telling you right now, we were talking about evaluating relationships, jobs, careers, everything, routines. This is the time. And here's the thing, guys. Don't even make any sudden moves. Right now is about evaluating. And guess what, guys? Don't evaluate too long, because to be honest with you, people have already shown you. The job have already shown you, right? They've already shown you if they value you and if it's something that you should be doing. So start to make your plans accordingly to that evaluation. The next one, guys, was, look, flexibility. Man, come on. You can't tell me God don't be working. Flexibility, guys. These were the cards that fell. I promise you. You see me shuffling. These are the cards that fell, and I'm picking them up. And this is what we're reading off of. Flexibility. Guys, you know what? Flexibility is all about maximizing the moments. Why? Because sometimes the moments don't look like you think it should look. Sometimes opportunities don't look like you think it should look. Sometimes people in your life that's there to support you, they may not look like you imagine them to look. But guess what, guys? When you're maximizing that moment, you're being flexible enough to say, you know what? I'm going to extrapolate whatever knowledge and wisdom I need to get out of this moment so that I can go to the next level. And that's what flexibility is about. God has really been speaking to me about, if you look at everything like a teaching moment, You will never lose. You won't never lose heart. Everything that's going through, start looking as a training. Um, this is a, how did he say? This was a on the job training, a paid training. This was a training protocol. I can't think of the phrase. It was on Enemy of the State. And at the end, after everything went down, the other folks was like, when the CIA or internal investigations came in, the main thing they said, oh, we thought this was a training exercise. Guys, everything that you go through, every moment, look at it as a training exercise. That flexibility in your mindset is going to be a game changer. You will never lose, and you'll continue to win out of everything that you're going through. Next, guys, locked. This was interesting. This was really interesting when it said locked. It says work you want may not be in reach now. You can take a temp position while awaiting an opportunity your new place offers, while your new place offers job security. That's definitely a good read right there, guys, for people that's in career change. But you know what else this meant? What vibe I got from this card was, it's time to lock in. It's time to lock in on what you truly want. Because one of the things that you haven't done yet is really focus on you. Listen, guys, I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to me too. And I know somebody else needs this message, especially as a black sheep. Guys, we have spent so much time cheering everybody else on, putting everybody else on a pedestal, putting everybody else first, showing up in support, keeping it real with everybody else except us. Now is the time to lock in on yourself. But guess what? You know what the clue, you know what the main key is to locking in on yourself? Being unapologetic about it. Not giving a crap what other people think. Lock in, guys. Lock in. Lock in to everything that is important to you. Lock in to everything that is helping you grow. Lock in to everything that is helping you go to the next level. Lock in to everything that is investing in you, making you feel like you are valued. Because if it's not, if it ain't helping you go, what's the next level? You gotta go. Okay? Last but not least, guys, check this card out. You gonna this gonna just blow it off the roof right here. Look. Manifesting. Guys, this guy manifesting. You have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and your inspired action and taking inspired action to make it happen. Listen to me very carefully. We were talking about intentions. This is the perfect time. When you get this message, it's going to be December 31st. Write your messages down. Write everything down that you need to write down, what you want to work on in 2025. This is not a New Year's resolution. We don't do those because we working all year round. So we're not doing those. But this is a great time to evaluate where you're coming from as opposed to where you want to go. And the crazy part about life now is time moves so fast. So you could make a plan to say, I'm going to do this in 6 months. And 6 months will feel like 90 days. Okay? So make sure that you know what you want to work on, guys. Why? Because if you're not planning for yourself, someone else is making plans for you. Don't ever forget that, guys. Every single day that you go to work, if you're not using that job to build something else, if you're not using that job to get the skill that you need to go to the next level, you are simply helping someone else build their dream. And there's nothing wrong with that if you're happy. But if you know you're not happy, you know you're not feeling satisfied, you feel undervalued and underpaid and overworked, it's time for you to work on you. And this is a great time beginning to start looking at new things. But for this manifesting, writing down your intentions, write down your goals. What do you want? What do you want? All this stuff is going on right now. All kind of crazy stuff is going on. What do you want? What do you want? Answer that. And here's the thing. Here's what's cool. If you stick to, a lot of times we make it so complicated. Stick to health, wealth, and relationships. Number one, health, wealth, and relationships. Wealth could be your career, what you need, where you at right now, and what you need to do it. Health, wealth, health, obviously, right? Where you are in your health status, and relationships, because we are here to be connected. It's time to start. Um, it's time to start making you first. What did the card say? Uh, Locking in. That's what it said. It is time to start locking in on what you want. Lock in. You've never locked in on you, guys. This is me included. This is me included, guys. In 2025, here's the cool part, guys. Even with this last day left in 2024, you can still lock in. Lock in. You still got, that's still an extra day. You ain't just getting started on in 2025. Lock in now. Lock in now. And when 2025 come, boom, you taking off, guys. Why? Because it's really time to launch. And I want you to understand, guys, that as a black sheep, there's a good chance God has a assignment for you. And the thing about it is, guys, God is going to cover you for only so long, because he's going to do whatever it takes to provoke you to action. And you don't want to be out there and caught and you haven't worked on nothing. See, it ain't about telling the whole world what you're doing. It ain't about that. Though everybody, people that do that, they need validation. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with sharing your success. I'm not saying that. But you know what I'm talking about. We're not going to play games here, right? People that continually to post, oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm going here. Oh, look what I'm doing. Oh, we're doing that. We're doing this. Guys, they need validation. As a black sheep, guys, we just want results. We're not tripping about people not seeing us. If you see us, you see us. And guys, I understand too, sometimes you wanna, stun out for the folks that said you couldn't do it. Guys, trust me. God will make sure that people will know that they counted you out and they counted wrong. Right? He will make sure. And guess what, guys? Everybody may not see you, but what God is going to do is he'll put you in front of people that's going to go back and report to those folks. Right? But guess what, guys? We don't care about that either way. We just want to do the work that God brought us here to do. And that's what this is about. And you do that by locking in on what's important to you, writing down your goals, your intentions, start evaluating these relationships, your career. Guys, don't let these jobs, I'm telling you now, I'm telling you, take it from me. If you don't know anything else, you're talking to someone. I built my business up to 6 figures. Listen to me very carefully, then I'm going to end the video. During COVID-19, God blessed me to build my business up to right touching at 6 figures. I hired 5 people. I was so happy, guys. I was so proud. Listen to me. I literally worked 7 days a week. I literally worked probably like, guys, about 70 hours every week, 70, 80 hours every week, right? Because I had celebrity clients. This particular client designed, did the interior design and did construction for one of the top 3 male R&B singers in the United States and probably in the world. Okay. So just to let you know, the high profile level of this particular customer that I had. So I wanted everything to be right. Okay. I wanted everything to be right. But listen, guys, when they felt like my price tag, even though I offered them, when I tell you guys, I offered them, when I say perfection, just dedication beyond expectation. Guess what, guys? When they felt like my price tag was too much, without any notice, they terminated the contract. There was not a date. There was no real contract. It was all working as I'm a business, I'm a contractor. This is your business. This is what I'm going to do. Right? And overnight, everything changed. If it wasn't for me having a few things in the pipeline because my intuition told me something was going on. If it wasn't for that, guys, I would have been flat out on my face. Thank God that three of my associates had already decided they wanted to find other opportunities. And it just happened because I couldn't bear laying off people. Okay. And so I always told God, I'm not hiring folks just to look like I'm doing it big. I'm only hiring if I need to. And when they dipped, I said, God, thank you. Because I didn't even have it in me to lay them off. I say all that to say this, guys. As a small business owner with your clients, as well as a person that is really passionate about career growth, listen to me. The companies are all about their own agenda. Be loyal to you first. Be proactive about your career and everything that you're doing. Your clients, they're about their own business first. They don't care about you. They might act like it, but if push come to shove, if somebody cheaper comes along, if a family member come along and it's a better look than dealing with you, guys, you gone. You're done. You're done. So with that being said, we don't want to be naive moving in these streets in 2025. We want to always have backup plans to the backup plan. And if we don't have a full-fledged backup plan, we got something in the works. We just not going to start at ground zero when one opportunity ends. We always want to keep stuff in a funnel working its way through. Whether it's you start a new skill, you looking around, you still prospecting for customers, whatever it may be, make sure you set yourself up for success by continuing to expand your brand through multiple ways, specifically multiple streams of income and multiple ways of getting new customers and clients and career opportunities. All right. So guys, that is your message for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe button. I got more messages coming, guys. I got a new setup. I just wanted to test this out. This audio is probably not even the best, but I still was going to drop on and hit you with a message. So with that being said, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.